Yes, we are live. Welcome, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It depends where you are in place and time. This is Elena. I'm the CEO and the co-founder of Leah Green People, together with my husband. Together, I'm here as a host, of this event. And I'm very happy to have here with me Laura Giusti. Hi, Laura.
Hi, Elena. Hi, everyone. How are you doing?
Very good. It's so cool to be together. Finally, I'm longing for being in Italy next week and eventually get to touch you soon.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Summer is coming and I'm so immersed with energy, and the kids are so excited to go back after 1 year. We can stay in our skin, to be honest.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Okay, so today we took this time. I really want to open, this fantastic relationship me and Laura we have, open up to the public, to tell a little bit of what brought us together, what brought us to the idea of holding hands by hand and taking this journey towards, fulfillment of our life, both personally and professional, but most of all of having that big impact on teams and big impact on executive and managers. So is there something that you want to add, Laura, just to touching on what is the energy we have in this room before we tap into this back and forth questions, let's say?
Yeah, actually, just before also introducing myself, you touch a really important point for me. So the energy that we always have between you and I think that is really special. And this is something that I believe that we can bring to people around us, to teams, to the corporate world. And this is something that can be an added value. This is definitely something that I want to add from my side. Yeah.
Thank you. And I want to just start by saying how important, I've been repeating this since ever, how important it is, networking and counting on people when you need to achieve your results, and stop thinking about being you out there and need to do all the stuff by yourself without any support. In fact, me and my husband, we have been introduced to Laura thanks to one of our clients, and this was almost 2 years ago, and we would have never get the opportunity of get to know you and do things together if it wasn't for that. So be really all the time, the advice I can give, be always open about what is happening out there, and the type of exposure you could get through your network, because getting to know Laura and understand, her passion, share her background, share a common base where we are starting from, and another, dreamland where we want to move to, has been definitely, a fantastic journey of the last 1 year and a bit of my life as a person and our life as a company for Leah. So before I jump into questions, people know a little bit more about me. And if they have been following for the past months of what is happening on the social media, they should also know a little bit more about you. But I anyhow want to give you a little bit of this space to tell us in a nutshell who you are. How do you define yourself?
Yeah, so I'm Laura, first of all. My background comes from the luxury automotive industry. I'm a management engineer. I studied in Italy, in Bologna, and then I had the great opportunity to start working in the corporate world at 24 years old in Maranello. So I had these amazing experiences in such a nice brand, very well known in the world, as responsible of business development and also people development. So the interest also in developing people awareness comes also from my previous life, when I was working for brands like Ferrari, Maserati, and Lamborghini in the corporate world, basically. And then I decided just to do a different steps, try to give some different added value to the people around me. And again, for me, also knowing Elena and her husband has been really one of the most beautiful gifts that I ever had in my life, because also when you connect with people with the same values, this can really make the difference. And when you start feeling this energy, as we said, I really believe that we can create something unique for people around us, because at the end, the corporate world and companies are made by people, and we are just everyone all in one body. So also the importance of our body, which is our box, where we develop and we evolve every day with the awareness and focus, for sure. So that's a little bit my background. That's why also, as also Elena said, we started collaborating together. Then I created my company, which is called Margot Solutions, and together we are developing programs, something that we can also deep dive more later, or on the LIA.
Yeah. No, we're exactly going to do that today in this half an hour that we will be spending together, which is literally would be understanding why teams are so important, and team workshop or team building or team activity could be so important. So I have my first topic I want us to broach on the surface, which is what brings a manager to opt for a team workshop, according to you?
Yeah, as I said, basically also coming from my previous experience of many years in the corporate world, I highlighted again that the companies are made by people, and I've always had the luck to meet really empathic manager as well, that taught me also when I was younger how is important really the connection with people. So creating effective team and performant team that at the end also are important to get the sales result and the company's result, because coming from the corporate world, most of the time the directors of the head of departments are really focused on also the KPIs, the turnover and everything. But behind that, I really believe that there is definitely the connection and the importance of the empathy and the trust and the communication amongst people. So what
I'm hearing you saying is that if a manager is an empathetic one and it value communication and understanding, can already get some signal, and can get this deeper connection with their team member to understand, well, maybe I need to work on them. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, that's right. Actually, you can feel immediately if someone is really focused on the importance of people connection, and also, for example, starting from the small details of coming into the office every day and asking, for example, to your colleagues, how are you today? How do you feel? Is there anything that I can do for you? And that's just really a small detail that can be put in place every day, rather than also to consider to organize a proper day or 2 days team workshop to focus and to create a dedicated space just to concentrate and focus on the importance of that.
Let's imagine that a manager, is there with their team, and they do feel, well, I'm empathizing with them, and I really feel they're not really tapping into their maximum potential, or they feel they are missing something. What is that, according to you, those signal a manager should really please pay attention to, in order to then say, yeah, why don't we do a team workshop? So what do you think are those things he needs to be aware of?
Yeah, that's a good question, actually. Just feeling the energy or just looking at the face of colleagues, this could be a signal, but I think that the most powerful way is just communication. So ask people, again, how do they feel, if they feel motivated, if they feel engaged, if they feel really proud to be part of the company, of the team, and what eventually would you need, would they need to improve this feeling. And talking to people, you can understand, of course, better this kind of point, actually.
From our experience, I guess we also got, shown with the fact that when somebody like a team player is feeling proud of the product is selling, he feels this sense of belonging. He feels he can call himself and he can be himself, defined as a brand ambassador of the products they're bringing on the market. And they have that sense of, smooth communication, sense of achievement and efficiency in their work. Of course, also the sales results, they increase massively. And on the other hand, is not only the sales, but is also the type of environment and well-being that you can breathe in the team itself, or when you enter, in the corporate space. So I think that from my experience, I could say that from a manager perspective, if you enter in the space and you feel that energy is not really there, that you don't have the faith 100% on the fact that all the team members, they want to be the brand ambassador of your products, and they are doing their best with passion, enthusiasm, results driven, maybe it's a good time to ask yourself if you can take some actions about it.
Yeah, as you said, it's also a matter of sense of belongings, which is really, really important. Also to become a real brand ambassador that really make yourself proud of talking to what you are selling or the experience that you are living within a company. So the sense of belonging is also really, really important. And the positive energy. And most of the time, I really believe that people are scared. So we need to find a way to release our blockages, to release our limiting beliefs somehow, really to be more open, to be more vulnerable, understanding that is the best for anyone, for ourselves first, for the team, and for the corporate, and for the company. So
absolutely. So you have mentioned before that you have had the honor and the big gift of being empowered and positively impacted by some of your managers or some of your leaders. I have another question, which is, what do you think that, how did the team coaching approach impacted you personally in your corporate career?
Yeah, as I said, the connection and knowing really empathetic people was really, really powerful to me, and this brought me also to want also to do the same somehow. I was really young when I started in the corporate world, because I had really 24 years old. Now, after more than 10 years, I can say that the most beautiful things is the exchange that you can get also when you get in contact with people and you listen to them, and somehow you stop a little bit also for a few minutes or for a few hours or for one day of workshop. You stop and you create your space to get in contact, to create a really deep connection. First of all, focusing more on who we are, which are our values, was the person who is behind the role that we are presenting for the company, which for sure is there, and we want to be proud of being the brand ambassador. But at the same time, I think that just reducing more and more the gap between the real human being that we are and the role that we represent can be really powerful to be more performant as a human being in the personal life, as well as in the work and daily corporate life. So the exchange with people, the connection with people, and again the sense of belonging, that we are all part of a unique big team, of the unique big picture. That's
Yeah.
the main.
What I really love about the perspective you are sharing with me is that, feeling that you can get to a stage where you are reflecting in all the person around you, and you feel this sense of connection and unity somehow. And you were telling to me, previously, that you have experienced both the perspective of being a team player, part of this, team workshop, but also being a leader and somebody was orchestrating the team workshop itself. How do you think that this different perspective impacted on you?
I don't see so much difference being on both, let's say, on both sides, because again, at the end, you create a neutral space where you create a connection that really helps you to connect with yourself, together also with the other people. So I was both part of a team and as well on the other side, coordinating and doing the management of other teams, also in the corporate world, and that's definitely something that enriched you a lot in the same way somehow, because at the end, if the leader and the coach or the facilitator is powerful, is able to create, as I think we do as well when we work together, Elena, something that put everybody on the same level, just allowing us to feel in the best way in that moment, connected with everything around.
And I guess what you have just said is really reinforced the message you were trying to say before. It doesn't matter if we are the coordinator, if we are the team player, if we are the manager, the executive, the owner, the cleaner. There's a way where we want to feel we are all the same, and then where we can all get empowered together at the same time, and we can all learn from each other, because there's a space of discovering every time we do connect with somebody, with everybody else, right? Yeah. So thank you so much. My next question is, and this is a key questions, because we get asked with this question so many times, and I feel also there is a little bit of misunderstanding around those topics, as also sometimes there's misunderstanding between the difference between coaching and mentoring, those big words. So what is, according to you, the difference between a team building and a team coaching?
Yeah, this is a key question, and all the time also that I hear people talking about team building, said, no, it's not team building, it's a team coaching, or a mix of the two, actually, because also for me there are some differences, and basically the team building is perceived more like just fun, right? Okay, we take one day, a couple of days of not working at all, we go out, we just choose a nice venue, and then we stay together and we have fun, full stop. That can be a good idea, but with the team coaching, we go a little bit deeper. For sure, we organize some nice activity and also some funny activity, but at the same time, also in a hidden way, or in a proper way, as we know, as a coach and as we studied, just giving some guidelines to bring people reflecting according to these activities, also on what we were discussing earlier. So about our values, our motivation, our engagement, and I really think that also this part of self-reflection is really, really, really important to make at the end the team coaching and team building more powerful also in the future. That is not just one day of fun and full stop, and then from tomorrow we start working again as we were doing before, but it is a path somehow. It's something that we bring with us and help us just to improve day by day, keeping in mind what we learned about ourselves and about our team members. And that's why also we always propose some physical and visual things. Maybe at the end of the day, you can bring with you home like a piece of paper or something that you can put on your desk that reminds you every day the learnings of the day, that is not just fun, but it's something deeper that can give you added value, not only in your professional life, but also in your personal life. So to me, this is the main relevant difference. What do you think, Elena? What's
I definitely thinking, from my perspective, is also, when it comes to coaching, let me go back. When it comes to team building, I think that you will experience something that it will stay there and will remain as a memory of something that you have experienced. Oh, I experienced that moment in which we had so much fun together, in which we have putting together our energy and obtained that results, in which, and it stays there. When it comes to the coaching, I feel that the process of the team coaching itself will accompany you to a deeper awareness. And eventually, in that moment, you can surface something which won't simply stay there. It will be that's something that you can bring into your life. As soon as you are in the team coaching itself, as soon as you finish that, you can bring it the day after, the day after, and eventually can really bring that shift, that something that will make you a different person compared to the one you were before the team coaching was started. So we really aim to create that impact. We really aim for the people to experience, not only with their rational mind, but also with their unconscious, subconscious, and their known mind that can feel it with all the senses that can maybe tap into a deeper memory, a deeper awareness, and a deeper wisdom. So let's say that we want for an effect to last longer. Yeah, that's for sure. This is what I feel. And thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah, sometimes can also be uncomfortable at the beginning, because it's not easy, to stop, to open up, to show ourselves vulnerable. So for some people, sometimes it's not comfortable immediately. But then trying and just getting out of our comfort zone, in the short term, in the future, you immediately realize that really can help, as you said, in your personal life as well, and something that can last longer than 1 or 2 days.
Absolutely, you're right. So, what would a team get when experiences the efficient team workshop, which is we are very proud of? So this is our products for team, right? A product that Leah Green People has designed, and that it happens that me and Laura, we deliver together, but it also could happen that could have been delivered by other of our coach, because in Leah we are many, but we are really inspired by that concept, and I guess that we are really passionate of sharing it with the outside world. So what a team will experience during that workshop?
Yeah, basically anything that we said so far has been put in this frame of the efficient team workshop, right? So the members of a team, since also we delivered already this kind of workshop, can really again start reflecting more about themselves and creating connection with the team members without fears. So start communicating in a more open way, in a more proactive way. They become more collaborative, more cooperative. And the real thing is from time to time with no fears. So the colleague is not anymore someone judging me if eventually he's giving me a feedback about a topic in the office, but it's just giving me an opportunity to understand better myself and the colleague as well, for the best of the company objective. So this is something that I really think can be the added value of this kind of workshop, so the efficient team workshop. So also creating more harmony amongst people, respecting the deadlines in a more effective way, being more confident and engaged, and pushing a little bit, as I said, to go beyond our comfort zone. That is always sometimes challenging, but at the end, the results are really, really precious and performance. So this is really what I feel to sum up about the efficient team workshop.
From my perspective, and experience also, I really like the framework we have brought into usage. Maybe you can get many different framework, many different way of getting there. What I like is the simplicity of it, the real understanding that all the things can really brought down to a very, very simple matrix also, if we want to call it that way, which is actually the five dynamic of an efficient teams, which for us are at the bottom, as a foundation of that efficiency. For sure, there's the psychological safety that allow every member of the team of not being afraid of sharing their opinion or of going into conflicts and giving feedback, in opening up with vulnerability, finding their space to open up, share their opinion, share their point of view without being scared of being shut down or being judged or labeled or pointed or backstabbed. And then, after psychological safety is there, we want to build that interdependability, so that awareness that I know I can trust, and it's proven 100% that I know that this is my role, and I know that my colleague can take it from there and bring it further. And this is very critical in many corporates, how much we trust our colleague, that they will do the work with the same quality and the same efficiency we are doing it, and absolutely. Even if we realize they have a different style, we do find in this an enhancement to the projects and no our minus, So once psychological safety and interdependability are there, then is when you can build the structure and clarity. Who do what, when we do this, what are the deadline, what are we doing this for, what is the KPI, what is the OKR, how do we track this, how do we do that? But this is the operational side of it. If there is no psychological safety, if there is no interdependability, there's working on structure and clarity is just, try to put, in Italy we say the sand under the carpet, right? The dust under the carpet. Once all those three aspects are aligned, then you can start talking about meaning. What does it mean for me to belong to this team? What does it mean for me to be a brand and ambassador of that product? What does it mean for me to waking up every single morning and doing the work that I do, meet my client, write this line of software, bringing more efficiency in the operation, whatever role you have, what does it mean that for you?
Yeah, not only if it's the 90% of your day and of your life, because every morning,
absolutely,
I do this because work is really, really the biggest part of our life. So we think that this is really important. And then, sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you, but
no, never interrupting. We are building this together. So and the last things research of Google have been proved that when all those aspects are in a line, psychological safety, interdependability, structure and clarity, and then meaning, at that point, the team can have an impact and can get to the impact it really wants to generate. And most of the time I've experienced, and this is amazing when you can witness that as a coach, most of the time they also achieve an impact they would have never imagined they could.
Yeah.
And this is when you really see, they look back and they say, we did this, How was it possible? We thought it would have been so hard to get there. But actually, when all the things are aligned, you get there. You get there
Yeah,
simply.
it's something that it comes also really easier than expected and in a natural way, because the key is that when you start building trust, empathy, and communication, it's easier also to get committed with your team members. And if you have the commitment, things come. So I really believe that also this an outcome of this dynamics that you have just explained, also coming from resources that have been done also from Google and other company in the world.
Absolutely. So I'm very mindful of the time. We're running a couple of minutes late, but now I want to really leave the rest of this time together to talk about another very important projects for you, because you need to know that Laura is an amazing team coach and an amazing leadership coach, but she's also an amazing sailor. And I love the way, you know, the perspective of the sailor come in, bump in, jump in, and really enrich every process we are going through. And Laura has created a specific, do we want to call it program, workshop, methods?
Yeah, let's say, yeah, it's a team building experiential workshop, something like that.
Which is called Sailing Through Leadership. So please tell us more. Tell us more, and let me also know when you want me to share, you know, the slide if you want to.
Yeah, if you want just to put in the background a little bit the slide, it's fine also right now, just because thank you for amazing, too many amazing, Elena. So I'm just also a sailor, and yeah, because sailing is really my essence, is something that I really love from the deep of my heart since when I was young. And I really believe that a sailing boat and the sea and the ocean can be really the alternative setting to prove and to try all these things that we have just talked about so far. So most of the people maybe don't know, but being on a sailing boat can be really powerful in developing and boosting a lot of soft skills, the same soft skills that are so important in the corporate world, like prevention, planning, communication, being a team. Also, if you are the captain, just give the proper orders in which way also to make people or to make your crew still motivated, doing the right things. Pay attention of your safety, because also when you are in a wavy sea or in some strong wind that can happen, you need also to plan and also to think what I can manage the situation if it's getting worse, asking for help. A lot of soft skills can be trained and empowered on a sailing boat. And so I decided to create this program just to put together what I love and to give an impact and to leave a sign on people's and corporate, also through what I love, which is sailing and the sea, basically. So I don't know, Elena.
Yeah, it's very funny, you know, because we are talking about psychological safety in the corporate world, and then we see the metaphor in the sailing boat as a physical safety, you know. And if you don't find yourself safe, even physically, you know, that something could happen, that the wave can kick you out or whatever, even how much this affect on your emotion, you know, and how good you need to be in order to keep that you know, to keep the steer wheel, I would say, still stable despite what is happening, you know. And it's a wonderful metaphor. And again, you know, the final result is always to create that impact, you know. So everything that we said about efficient team can also happen on a boat, and this is how they married so perfectly together.
Yeah, absolutely. And also is really linked also to leadership as well, because at the end, while I was studying, creating this program, I really realized that anyone as a leader inside itself. So it's really important to understand also where is this leader. We have it, and also just putting ourselves out of our comfort zone can help us to find him, because he's there. Anyone has one. So it's just a way to identify it and to take it out together also with our team, for example. And last things is that also dealing with the force of the nature, it's very, very powerful, because at the end you put yourself in front of your limit, and you understand that you can go against the wind, you cannot go against the wave, they need to be your friends. And this also brings you to replan, to reshape your way, both physically and especially mentally, and somehow also spiritually, to put yourself in a way that brings you to get to your result. So I can wait, Elena, to also start developing this program with you and with our clients.
Yeah, no, we are really thrilled, and we love C so much. And I'm still scrolling down the presentation.
Yeah.
Of course, everybody that is here listening, and they get a little bit more curious about that. Please feel totally free to reach out. Let me remove this so they could see our nice faces. Is to reach out to Laura, and ask her more about the efficient teams, how we can bring this to your startup, to your SME, to your corporate team. So it doesn't matter if you're a small or a big reality. If you're just even with a family company and your team happen to be your family itself. How many family corporate company are run by the husband, the wife, the brother of and the sister? So even this is already a team, and definitely is the most important team. One thing that I'm dropping out there also, because I'm a family coach, is don't think that an efficient team is only for the corporate. Because we also want our family to be efficient. If there's no psychological safety with my husband and with my kids, where are we going? If there's no dependability, will let me know that if I'm not going to pick up my kids, my husband will go, where are we going? So the same thing can be also shifted towards the family and the personal aspects of it. So please feel free to reach out to Laura. If you have any inquiry about the efficient team, if you are a C lover, or as I am, if you are a C sick and you want to overcome that, there's still so much potential we can tap into, and definitely the power of nature and the power of the wind and the streams can definitely give us a push to get out there. So.
And it's also an amazing adventure and experience to try, regardless. Also, all this amazing added value. Being out on the water is always an amazing experience to try. So,
and for sure, if I want to feel 100% safe, I know with Laura I can be, because I've never met such a good sailor out there. So you are in the right hand. Feel free to reach out to Laura, to reach out to Leah anytime. Ask your questions. You can put them in the comment. You can click on this link and connect directly with Laura herself. And we are very happy for that time that you spent with us, for your support. And we wish you an amazing day. So Laura, don't go away. Just wait for me down. We have a small chat. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much.
Bye. Ciao. Thank you.